Erin, welcome to Midlife Craving. I am so happy that you're here. We met at where you work, at your place of work, the Lion's Den, my favorite sex shop for many years. I'm actually going to tell you a few stories. I've been there many times with friends, partners, and then by myself. I'm cracking up because the last time I was there, I think I swung the door open and I was like, I need a strap on. And the other, she was like, I like a gal that knows what she wants. Come here. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. And by the way, I'm coming back this week to buy another one because my friend's birthday is next week. We're having a girl on girl, like old fashioned sleepover.
I love
so
that.
think 90s movies, 80s movies, and then 7 Minutes in Heaven and a little spin the bottle. Yes. And then let's make each other come. I'm new to the bisexual world, but I am thoroughly enjoying it. And so my gift to her for her birthday is going to be a strap on. I know she's listening right now. It's probably spoiling it, but fuck it. So Erin, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Me too. I cannot wait to talk to you about so many things. And I want to jump right in. And I really want to learn about you because I haven't let you say a word. So tell me about your sexual journey.
So I started my sexual journey when I was like 14. I got into things way earlier than I should have been. I was also a huge fan of romance novels at the time. So,
is that where your sexual arousal and enlightenment came from?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I read anything I could get my hands on, from 50 Shades of Grey to one series that I really like by Jodi Ellen Mouse called This Man. And it was so enlightening that like I did more research on the things that like I found that were really like intriguing to me. In particular, BDSM really caught my eye. And then I switched to Wattpad because I didn't really find many.
What is it called?
Wattpad.
What is that?
So it's an app where writers can go and they can write their stories and you can read them for free. You don't have to pay for them or anything.
There's a big sexual genre over there.
Yeah, it was super great because at the time, like, I didn't really have the money to go and buy books. So I read the books online for free and I got into the DDLG section. And
DDLG, what is that?
So it is Daddy Dom Little Girl.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So I got really involved with that, like super involved, super intrigued, and I got really into it. And I was into it for so many years. Oh my God, for forever.
How did you find your first dom? How did you find your first BDSM experience?
Oh my God. So my first dom was an online dom.
Okay.
And I met him on Tumblr.
Okay. Not Tinder, Tumblr.
Tumblr. Which, okay. And I mean, if you were on Tumblr back in like 2016, like, Tumblr was porn.
Was it?
And that was all my feed was just porn. Videos, you could watch
pictures, it there, read it there.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my God. And it was really like funny to see because like I would go on Tinder or on Tumblr specifically to look at what they had on the website. And like I found several different dom accounts, daddy accounts, and like I messaged a few of them. And like, of course, like here's 15-year-old me.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So like my sexual experience from the time that I was 14 all the way up until I was 18, I was like severely groomed, which was a startling realization to come to later when I started like getting into true crime and SVU and all the other shows. I could have been one.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, like that could have been my life.
Yeah. It's funny. I met my very first fuck buddy and the man that taught me what good sex is in an AOL chat room. And I was 16 and he was 26.
Oh my gosh.
And I actually met him when I was 17, I think. And I went off to college. And yeah, like it's just so crazy. And he was 10 years older than me, which was never an issue. And he ended up teaching me everything I know. But looking back, I'm like, I met this fucking guy on a park bench at Towson University at night.
Like
the fuck?
Sketchiest scenario you could come up with.
So you met someone there and you started experiencing these things. That's a very young age to be exploring that much in your sexuality, by the way.
Oh, yeah. So, like,
for real.
And it came to a point where I wasn't satisfied with the online presence anymore. Mm-hmm. And I had a friend. We'll call him a friend.
Okay.
And this friend happened to be 8 years older than me.
Okay.
And it was not the most, I'd say not the most consensual relationship in the world. But also,
I'm sorry.
There was like a lot of like gray area there where there was like a lot of like laughing and a lot of like, no, don't do that.
Yeah, you didn't know any better.
Yeah. Like,
and it's scary to use your words back then. Right.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and he was like 8 years my senior, like, and I trusted this person. This person had been around in my life for forever. And my first like real sexual experience was with this person. Not gonna name drop though.
Yeah. We don't need to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you. You know what? Let's talk about that for a second, because I feel like people don't speak on that enough, because my first blowjob experience was at a hotel party and these guys kept trying to feed me and my friends straight vodka, like Rickaloff vodka. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And I wasn't drinking as much as my friends, and he was like, come in the bathroom. And I was like, what are we doing in the bathroom? And he drops his pants and this big dick, and he's like, suck it. And I'm like, I didn't have as much to drink as you think I did, and I'm not doing this. Right. But yeah, you find yourself in these situations, they happen, right? Like they fucking happen.
And unfortunately for myself, they've happened more than once.
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
So yeah, so like him and I had our sexual like whatever for almost a year. It went from one birthday to the other. And it was like so crazy. And then like when it finally stopped is when he tried to get me pregnant.
What?
Yeah. And that was what was so crazy to me, was like, here I am, 16 years old. He has a kid himself. Like, now mind you, like his wife's in on it.
Oh my God.
His wife's in on it. Right?
Was he trying? Was breeding his kink, or he like was really like trying to get you pregnant though?
Breeding was his kink.
Oh my God.
It was something that he was like really into, and at the time, it was not a kink of mine. It is now.
Is it?
It is now.
All right, I want to learn about your kinks next.
But at the time, it was not a kink of mine to be bred. I was deathly afraid of getting pregnant, deathly afraid of my father finding out.
Yeah.
Like, I was scared. And it took me banging my head against the wall that was at the head of their bed to get him to like let me go.
Wow, that's
and to,
scary.
Like, let me up. And it was so scary, because like I knew that if I had gotten pregnant at that age, I was yeetusing the fetus. And that's,
you were gonna do that thing that rhymes with misfortune.
Oh yeah, and that's one thing that like I'm 100% about, is like I'm like 100% a pro-choice person.
Same here, yeah, of course.
It's you do with what your body is, so long as it doesn't affect me, I don't care.
Same.
Now, do I believe in abortion as a birth control method? However, no, I do not.
Right.
But I am very.
But wow, what a way to throw yourself into a sex life.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. And then,
I thought it was completely normal at the time too. I just want to put that out there. It was like it wasn't unnormal. It was his behavior hadn't.
Like you said, you were groomed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you were so young. Wow, that's crazy. So you move on from that. Have you had long-term relationships?
Oh yeah. So one of my next sexual partner happened to be someone that I was on and off with for like 3 years. Great guy. He currently has a baby with my best friend right now.
Oh, cool.
With my ex-best friend.
Oh my God, that's so fun.
Yeah. It wasn't fun at the time, like, when I found out that they were together, but, like, it's fun now. Like, good for you. Like, at least you're in a healthy relationship and you're not, like, stabbing people in the back anymore. Like, thanks.
Oh, my God.
But, yeah, so, and he was really caring. He was, like, one of the first partners that I ever had.
You had that safety.
That I had safety with, that I trusted to give my body to.
Yeah.
And it was, like, so crazy because... And I mean, this takes you all the way up.
You want another drink? 18. It's in the cooler.
Yeah. And I mean, this takes you all the way up until I'm like 18. And
damn.
When I was 18 in February, now mind you, I turned 18 in October. And in February, I got sexually assaulted. And the partner that I'm talking about here was the first partner that I was able to feel comfortable with opening back up my sexuality to.
Damn.
And it was so crazy because... You hear a lot about how sexual assault survivors, oftentimes, they have a very negative reaction to sex. I am like the anomaly there.
You embrace your sexuality instead.
I used sex to heal my trauma. It wasn't the healthiest thing to do, mind you, but it was what I did. And he was actually the first person that I opened up to enough to be like, hey, like, this happened to me. And I need someone to kind of like get me back in my groove. And that's what it was I didn't want to feel like that anymore. I wanted to be back in my groove. And so I opened back up with him for like the longest time. And then came my hoe phase. I love
a hoe phase. I love a good hoe phase.
I found out that my ex had faked his death.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. And it was so
Erin,
crazy. We're getting to this now because, like, it follows in the line of things that
How do you fake a death? What the fuck? Legitimately fake the death.
Surprisingly easy when you are in a long-term, long-distance relationship.
Long distance. Okay, so where was he at?
Texas. So we had a girlfriend.
Okay.
I am bi. Which not a lot of people know. Is that I also like women.
Okay.
And so we had a girlfriend.
Okay. So you guys were like kind of like a throuple.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were all together.
Okay.
So she sent me pictures of this busted up car, of this busted up Nissan. And I was like, what the fuck?
When's the last time you'd seen them?
It'd been forever.
Oh, okay.
And we normally video chatted. Like,
oh,
I think
okay.
we only,
gotcha. So it was like a virtual relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got sent these crash pictures. And like, mind you, you talk to someone every single day for 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah, 6 years. I met him when I was 14.
Wow. In one of those Tumblr rooms?
No.
Oh.
So I actually met him through a friend of mine who had met him on summer vacation.
Okay.
That happened to have been her boyfriend. I might have stole him from her. My bad.
You know, I love how open you are. This is so fucking refreshing for me because I'm the same way. You know?
Yeah, no, I'm an open book. Like,
me
it's
too.
really easy to like pull things out. And I'm just like, okay, I'll tell you. And I love a good story.
Spit up my drink because yeah, me too.
And I love a good story too.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite things.
Okay, so she sent you these pictures of the fucking car accident.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And she went, so they didn't find his body, which I'm sitting there going like, that's not possible because like they hadn't found a body in the car, like they would have looked.
Yeah.
So I like, and then she tells me like, oh, like they found him, he's dead, da. Like,
girl, did they have like a whole ass funeral? Anything like that?
So to my knowledge, no.
Okay.
To my knowledge, no. Right.
How'd you find out this motherfucker's still alive?
And then she goes ghost. She went ghost for an entire year. And on like the anniversary of her going ghost, his name pops up on my phone. And I nearly have a heart attack. I'm in the middle of Walmart.
Like, he's back.
I'm in the middle of Walmart and I'm thinking that this motherfucker has risen from the grave. Like, I was like,
oh
holy
my God. Wow.
He's coming back to haunt me. So, right. It was her and she.
It's like Patrick Swayze ghost. Oh my God.
And I'm
Molly,
I'm
you
a
in
huge
danger,
fan
girl.
of Patrick Swayze too. Patrick Swayze was the absolute shit, and Dirty Dancing is one of my all-time favorite movies.
That is a sexy scene in that bedroom.
Oh yeah.
I love taking my time with a man like that.
I love everything about that movie because that was one of the movies that I was like, yes, girl power.
Yeah.
Because like she really opened herself up.
Yes, it is.
In that
yeah.
movie. And it was like, that was like one of the movies that I was like, yeah, I'm never going to let a man tell me what I can and cannot do.
There you go. So, okay, the dead guy calls you. You're like, it's a dead guy.
Yeah. So the name pops up on my phone and I'm like, what the fuck? And so it's her. And she's like, I'm just trying to like deal with all the skeletons in my closet and like.
Oh, what is she at AA? She's like cleaning up her side of the street now.
She was a drug addict.
Step.
She was a hardcore cokehead.
Jesus.
Yes. So she's like, I'm trying to like take steps to like amend what I did, da 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 da. And so like I asked her, I was like, where is he? Where is he buried? So like I can go and so like I can go and get closure.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, he's not here. And that was my first clue. I was like, that doesn't sound right. So after that entire conversation went down, I turned into an amateur FBI agent. I kid you not. Me and my best friend, me and my best friend spent hours of digging through Facebook, digging through YouTube, digging through Instagram and Twitter, and literally going through everything that we could find. And I finally found him.
Holy shit. And he's alive.
I found him. I found his mom. I found his ex-girlfriend. Like,
oh my God.
When I tell you, I texted his ex-girlfriend. And when that didn't go through, I texted his mom. And that somehow worked. And she had told me that she had not heard from him in a year.
This is crazy.
And it was so crazy to me because she was like, yeah, I found drugs in his room. And I told him not in my house. And he packed up while I was at work and he left. And I haven't heard from it.
Okay. So.
Right.
Are you vetting people better now?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Like you've
100%.
So tell me now, you're in a relationship because we were in the shop. Yes. You said, because I talked about my dom and I think I said like, I have a date with my dom. I need to get an outfit to wear. And you said, I have a dom. And we were just like casually talking about it. So tell me about your dom.
Oh my God. He's the best thing ever. He's literally the most amazing human being. Like I cannot even put it into words.
Is he older?
He is older. He is 35.
My dom's 55.
Yeah, and I'm 22.
Oh my God, you're so young.
Yeah, so like,
oh my God,
like my dad's like a little iffy about it, and I'm like, I'm so like between you and me and the podcast. Yeah, I'm like so in love with this man.
Aww,
it's so
I love that.
He will be like forever the most amazing partner sexually and emotionally and spiritually that I've ever had for myself. And let me tell you, one of the reasons
you guys are dating now, right? Yes. Are you exclusive?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you got yourself a dom.
So we believe, him and I believe in if we're going to be together, if we're going to be intimate together, then there's no reason for us to touch other people.
Okay.
Which I'm like super in love with because I believe like if I'm fucking you, then that's the only person that I'm fucking, and I'm not fucking with anybody else. I'm not emotionally fucking with anybody else either.
Interesting. Okay. Because I say that it's interesting because you talked about how you were in a throuple before and you were in, E&M or open relationships. I'm on the opposite spectrum of that. I'm a very E&M girly. But I will say this, there is something about building the foundation with a primary partner, and I'm fully open to that. And I have 100% said, if I meet someone and he's like, Adrian, I want you and only you for a little while, I'm perfectly fine having that, accepting that, and building and growing together. However, I do like the fact that you can change the rules, you can change the dynamic and the boundaries of your relationship at any given time. So you're in your monogamy era. I love that for you. And I have a question to ask you. What's your favorite thing to do with your dom? Like, are you a brat, would you say?
He would tell you that I am a brat. But I will forever be his good girl.
You like what is it? DD, what is it?
I'm a little. So that's what
But what is the acronym again? It's like
it's DDLG.
DDLG. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So he is my daddy.
Mm-hmm. He likes to be called daddy. Mm-hmm. My Dom likes to be called like sir.
Yeah.
Or by his first name.
Sir is another one of his favorites, but by far the one that like really
is the daddy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's daddy through and through. And it's
all this talk is like so hot.
It makes me so happy because like having a genuine Dom and a genuine daddy after so many
you know what it's about, Erin?
Countless people.
The respect that those motherfuckers have for us.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, we're in power. We're in charge.
So attractive.
Isn't it?
And
the
like
confidence.
One of the things that like I always say, especially like around the store, consent is sexy.
Mm-hmm. And it's everything.
And his consent and his care and respect for my boundaries, what I like in bed, what I'm not totally comfortable with and not ready for yet.
Yep.
Like he's so caring about that. And that's like something that he puts so much
And can we talk about the aftercare?
Yes.
Oh they are so good at that too. It's from cuddles. Beginning to end. And then even like my Dom and I will go out afterwards. We'll go have dinner. And he'll look at me across the table and say, I just love how that pussy's mine. What do you want to drink? And I'm like, and then he'll be like, it was so fucking hot when you were, riding my cock and looking down at me and giving me all that eye contact. And I just really want you to know how special you are to me. And like, this is the way they fucking talk to you.
Oh my gosh.
And then he like massages me afterward, like full body massage and like whispers in my ear, kisses me, it's a lot of aftercare. It's amazing.
One of the things that he's like a huge fan of is revoking close privileges.
What is that?
So when he
tell me all
because he lives like 2.5 hours away. So like when he comes up to see me, we spend the weekend together.
Right.
We get a hotel and everything. From the minute I hit the threshold of the hotel room, my clothes come off and they stay off.
Okay.
I don't leave the bed unless I have to pee.
Okay.
Or get up to get something to drink. Mm-hmm. And I don't leave the room unless we're going out to do something.
Okay.
Like
that's
last
your rules.
Time, yeah. I don't wear clothes.
Okay.
He likes unrestricted access.
Like, oh, you're like his free use toy.
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Which is something
that's so turned on by that.
I'm a huge fan. I love it.
You and me both. I actually tell him, and he actually says to me as he's like pushing deep inside me, he's like, "You are my favorite toy." Oh my God. I want to fuck him so bad. It's been like 2 months since I've seen him. I'm dying inside right now.
My biggest flex was the last time that he came up. He told me my pussy tastes good. And I was like,
and I would have been like, I know. Oh, I love this for you. God, a relationship with a Dom like that. Like, I can't even fathom. You know what? I would probably not be able to hold down a full-time job. I would probably be all fucked up in the head. Like, if I had a relationship like that, I would be at danger of normal human interaction. Like it is the most.
If I could be a full-time house sex slave.
I know it's intoxicating.
Yes. And it would work out if he lived closer, and he also didn't have a 15-year-old child. But you know,
life. I know.
The closed privilege thing doesn't have to apply to the rest of the house. It could just apply to our bedroom.
Yeah,
like and when you're home.
My Dom definitely has like specific instructions and there's not many. And so the brat in me, like the little that he tells me, I'm like, I ain't doing that. And girl, I pay for it, but I know I'm going to pay for it.
Oh yeah.
And so that's my thing. And so he likes me to be upstairs waiting for him, naked on my knees with my hands behind my back. Like he likes that. He also likes me to undress him. And then he'll say, fold my clothes nicely. And I take his clothes and I'm like, no. And he's like, all right, you're going to pay for that. And I'm like, I know.
Like, I'm totally ready for
fucking know. That's why I did that. Yeah. Like the dynamic is there. Yeah. So anyway, it's so fun. I love this for us.
One of the things that he's like really adamant about is he does not like body hair, like pubic hair. Mm-hmm. So like when I do see him, like
he's pay for you to get waxed or
no, because like I'm not really a huge fan of waxing. Mm-hmm. But laser hair removal.
That works.
However, definitely a possibility.
So he's specific about body hair.
Oh yeah. So like that's legs, cool. The area.
Yeah.
my armpits and everything else. I dropped my vape.
Of course. It's all good. Go ahead. Go ahead and get it. It's so fun and interesting to learn about your sexual journey and to talk about, where you're at now. I had no idea how young you were. And so, wow.
Oh, yeah. It surprises people so much when I tell them.
You've had a lot of experience.
When I tell them, I'm like 22.
Wow.
And I've had
I'm 20 years older than you, by the way.
Oh, my gosh. You know what? It's okay because he's like 15 years older than me.
Yeah.
So.
Like age ain't nothing but a number. Okay.
Exactly.
My spectrum. Well, I will tell you this, Erin. I'm trying to keep a threshold of 30, 35. Like I can't fuck the young ones anymore. I know you're young, but I just can't fucking do it. So I'm trying to
I 100% agree with you because guys anywhere close to the age of 20, 21, I won't touch.
I know.
I won't go for people my own age. Like I can't because
I've always been an older girl. Yeah.
I'm like, y'all are so fucking stupid.
Immature.
Like you're oblivious.
I know. I'm like the clit it's over there. Never mind.
And like they try to use toys and they miss.
Now I want to say something really quick. I did have an incredible fuck buddy, Baywatch. If you've listened to my show, he was one of the very best things that's ever happened to me in my life. He kind of brought me back to life in 2021. And I actually took him to your store.
Oh my gosh.
So let me tell you a funny story and then we're going to actually take a quick break because I'm going to go reset everything. But him and we fucked each other senselessly. We broke my bed.
Oh my gosh.
This motherfucker didn't break a stroke. Like I said, he was an anomaly for his age. He's fucking the shit out of me. He was so hot. I'll show you a picture of him later. And you were sweating and he's like, after sex, you're like, oh my God. I'm like, wow, that was amazing. He slaps my ass. He goes, get up and get dressed. Let's go to a sex shop. I want to try a cock ring. And I'm like, I got one. I'm like, fuck yeah. So we got dressed. We came to your shop and we got a cock ring. And we went drinking and then we came home and fucked with the cock ring. And I miss him so much. He moved to Australia. He's doing amazing. He's going to get married and make beautiful babies.
So
I know. But anyway, it's a funny thing because I came to your store. Okay, I'm going to press stop. Not on the recording, but I'm going to press stop on the camera and just reset. So we have 1/2 hour left and we'll talk about your first toy, your most popular toy, and all about like shit and shenanigans in the store because I'm dying to hear about that.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
I can't wait.
So many shenanigans go on in the store.
I can't even imagine. Okay, let me stop it and then there we go. And we're back. I'm going to see if I can, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing because I'm fucking brand new to video and video editing. But if I make this 2 parts, then fuck it. I just don't care. I'm not going to be perfect.
If it's 2 parts, then it's 2 parts.
Who cares?
It's more that they get to watch.
That's right. I mean, I figure it's nice to see the behind the scenes. Like not everything has to be so perfect and polished. My podcast is always, polished and edited, but YouTube, like this, what you see is what you get, motherfucker. Like, I don't care. Okay. So let's talk about, at the Lion's Den where I met you and like fell in love. I had like an instant connection with you. I want to talk about toys. What was your first toy that you used? We'll just go down the line. So what's the first toy that you ever had?
Oh my gosh. So the first toy that I ever received was a Adam and Eve bullet.
I knew you were going to say that. Erin,
it was purple.
Every single person, their first toy is a bullet.
Well, and I mean, it wasn't my choice. It was given to me. It was a free gift in a purchase that a cousin of mine had made, and she was teaching me about toys, about sex, and everything else. And she was like, use this instead of going out and finding a boy. And I was like, okay.
By the way, the bullet is it's my favorite beginner toy. That's one of my questions I was going to ask you. But I feel like when I promote toys over on my Toy Stories podcast, I like to say, start with a simple, straight up bullet vibrator, a straight up vibe.
Honestly, one of my favorite toys to suggest to first time customers is rabbits. And I'll tell you one of the reasons why.
Erin, I've never had a rabbit.
Really?
I need to get one.
I have the perfect rabbit for you.
All right, I'm going to come in because I got to buy my friend a strap on. But
when you come in next, I will suggest the absolute perfect rabbit, which is actually becoming fast one of my new favorites in the store.
Okay.
But one of the reasons why I tell people get the rabbit first, because that was also the second toy that I ever had, was the rabbit.
Why the rabbit?
Because you get dual stimulation.
Yeah, G-spot.
You get internal stimulation along with external stimulation, and that way you
So
can
do the
kind
ears
of
rub your
figure
clit?
out.
The ears rub your clit or vibrate on your clit? Okay.
Yeah. So one of the reasons why I really like them is because you can kind of figure out what you like. They have a whole bunch of different types. We have ones that move and they thrust up and down. We have ones that have beads in them that
I've
rotate.
seen the beads.
Honestly, the ones with the beads are not worth it. And I'll tell you why is because a lot of people cannot feel them.
Okay.
I personally can't feel them.
Okay.
And like the vagina snaps back. So it's not a fact of you being too loose or whatever. It's the fact that like that's a lot of muscle tissue. And you can't necessarily feel
All
tiny
those
itty bitty
yeah.
beads moving around. So that's why I like the thrusting toys or the tapping toys. We have toys that
Yes, can we please talk about the tapper? Tell me.
Oh my
so
gosh.
look up there. There's a Tracy's dog. It sticks to the wall or to your. Actually, Erin, I have fucked this table so many times. I can't.
Oh my gosh.
It
looks
right
like
here.
a good surface.
No, like I put it on the side of the leg because then I can spread my legs. Also, this is like my masturbation area because, I got kids in the house. And so this is where I take my adult time out. I play loud music and I fuck myself down here. So the suction cup, but that thing thrusts. You see that?
Yes.
Only thing I don't like about it is it makes a lot of noise. And that to me is such a turn off. Yes. I don't want to feel like I'm fucking a robot.
No,
So tell me about these thrusting toys. What do they do?
So these thrusting toys, so I'd say they probably aren't as loud as some of the other thrusters. Like we have a couple of other different thrusters and like different machines. We're currently out of our fuck machine right now, which really is irritating me because
how is it?
This thing does like 120 pumps a minute at the like lowest speed.
I feel like I'm gonna get hurt. Oh my God.
I feel like that. Like I look at this thing and I'm like, what?
Yeah, but it's
because the
popular,
attachments
huh?
are huge.
Yeah,
like they're like 9,
people
12
they're out
inches.
here getting it in. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, you're really out here like destroying yourself.
Yeah, popping that pussy.
Yeah.
So quick thing. I had cervical cancer last year.
Oh my God.
And I had a hysterectomy. I know. I had HPV. I battled it for many, many years. It wouldn't go away. And so I had a full hysterectomy last year. And so I have noticed in my recovery, and I've been 100%, and thank God I have my wetness. Like everything's normal. My orgasms are completely normal, which was very concerning for me.
Oh yeah.
But I have a hard time taking it deep and hard from behind still. It's only been about 8 months since my surgery. So that amount of hard thrusting, I'm like, especially with the dildo, it's, the penis is much more forgiving, and these hard dildos
definitely.
and stuff. I have a hard time with those fuck toys.
Oh, definitely.
But the thrusting, is it just does it look like a vibrator?
So
or is it the thing that has like this
a
thing?
G-spot.
Wait, no, I can't do it.
Yes. No, it's like this. It's literally the come hither emotion.
Yes, I've seen it on YouPorn.
Yes.
Or Pornhub. Yeah,
oh my God.
This.
So,
but I can't do it as fast.
So like one of the toys that's been all over Pornhub is the Honey Playbox Bora rabbit. And it's the G-spot tapping rabbit. And it's like one of the best products we have in the store.
All right, I'm going to have to come check it out. So, by the way, I had my very first G-spot stimulated orgasm a few weeks ago.
Gosh.
Never experienced that. 42 years. First time ever.
Oh my God.
I know. So I need to get this tapper because it's a different buildup of orgasm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I couldn't believe it.
It's a lot more, I'd say a lot more pressure.
Yes.
Especially like for me. When I have a G-spot orgasm, there is a lot of pressure.
Yes. Like I'm a clit climaxer through and through from the very beginning. But and it was so weird, Erin, because I was like, what? I was like, oh my, what is happening? I was like, I'm feeling a buildup of an orgasm in a different place. I was like what is going on?
Shake.
Yes. It was like an internal earthquake.
One of my favorite toys for G-spot orgasm is actually the Lush 3x11s.
Like that thing over there, the one that you wear with your partner.
Yes.
Really? So that to me is like I get super soaking wet and then I'm like, can we fuck? I've never climaxed from that toy.
Yeah, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
One of the things that my dom is a huge fan of is toy play while he's inside of me.
I love that. Like a clit toy.
No.
Or a
No.
Oh,
an internal
DVP.
toy.
Got it.
And it is
That's
most
a good idea to try.
powerful, most stimulating thing in the world. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
and
I'm gonna have to try it.
I literally came so hard I cried.
Oh my God.
I had an orgasm.
An orgasm made me cry one time.
I had an orgasm, and it happens every single time him and I fuck.
Wow.
Is he causes me to have such a powerful orgasm that I cry.
Holy shit.
And
That's happened before.
It's happened like twice in a row, and I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God. Guess what I did? I fucking farted in this guy's face the other day.
That's like one of my worst nightmares. I literally have nightmares about doing that.
Here's the best part. It's happened 2 times in my entire life, both with him.
Some guys are into that, though.
I don't think he's into it. I'm not into it. But I'm a squirter, and I like let myself go. And I have farted twice with this man. I'm done. I'm done with him. Young blood, for those who are listening. I'm done with him. I'm not fucking him anymore. I swear to God. My cravers are like, yeah, but you're going to fuck him again. I've been fucking with him for like 2 years often. I just, whatever. He's a young kid.
You're gonna again.
I know, but hopefully I don't fart again.
I can totally
It happens.
empathize with
it
that.
happens. Yeah, it happens.
And like that's one of my biggest like nightmares. I'm like, oh my God, what have I done?
You know what I did? So the first time it happened, I was like, I was going to say something right away, but I was like, no. And he eats pussy so good. I just come so hard. I was like, I'm not trying to fuck up my afterglow. So I was like, we're laying there. We're just like chilling. I go, sorry about that fart. And so then when it happened again, Erin, it happened again. The last time we had sex. And I go, as soon as it happened, I go, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, and it's not like a stinky fart. It's not like a bad fart. It just sounds like a fart really quick.
You know
almost
what
like a queef too. And I'm like, but that wasn't a queef.
You know what it is though?
I'm just releasing myself. I'm like climaxing. It's
air that gets trapped inside your small intestine.
I mean, what am I supposed to do?
To God.
I know.
I swear to God, because like every time I fuck, I feel like I have like air trapped inside of me somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
what the fuck is this?
Oh my God. So what is your number one selling toy at the store?
I'd have to say our Lovin's brand.
Really? So,
Yeah.
And listen, again, you're going to have to teach me how to climax with a toy, because for me, it's foreplay. For me, I'm like, my pussy's soaking wet. We got to go. I have never climaxed in that goddamn toy.
I read a lot of porn.
Okay.
Like, the novels that I read consist of mostly erotica.
I love that. Maybe you can school me. I've actually wanted to do an episode about erotica. A lot of people ask me about it. I've never done that. I'm a porn girl.
For me, erotica, reading erotic novels, reading romance novels gets me hot. Like, that's my foreplay for myself.
It is super hot, yeah.
Especially when I'm having playtime with myself. And I call it playtime because it technically is. I'm having fun.
I love that.
I'm playing with toys.
I call it solo play, masturbation, adult time out, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But everyone should do it. Okay? And I feel like if I don't do it, I'm a raging psychopath. So, but wait a minute. So you use the Lush?
Everybody does it, and if they say they don't, they're lying.
Girl, who you telling? I remember when I was younger and my friends would be like, I don't do that. And I'm like, sure, Jan.
Like, sure you don't, Emmy.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, are you doing it right?
Right. Like,
so you use the Lush when you're playing by yourself, or you mean you use?
Yes.
No fucking way. That little thing. Do I have the wrong one? It's just like, but you like the G-spot simulator?
No. So like, I use that when I play with my toys.
So you have it inside of you while you're using other toys. Okay.
Yes.
It's got to be supplemented though. I have not had an orgasm from that thing yet.
Yes.
So that's the most popular toy.
Yeah.
And let me ask you another thing. I'm curious to know, when people come in, is it a guy buying a gift for his girl? Is it a girl? Or is it the couple coming in?
I say it's about 50-50.
50-50 solo or 50-50 like
50 solo, and then I have, so it's half solo. They come in and they buy things for their partner. Mm-hmm. And then it's the other half, they come in and they buy things for each other.
Okay, so they come in together. So when they come in together, is the dynamic like the guy's leading the girl, or is it usually the girl leading the guy?
I'd say it's about 50-50.
Interesting.
Which is really, it's funny, but most guys are not open to toys with their women.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're intimidating.
They are. Yeah. They are intimidated. Like, I had
this shit makes me burp. I fucking hate that about High Noon.
Yes. And you know what it is? It's the seltzer.
I know. God damn.
It's the seltzer.
So I always say, toys are not your competition. They're your tag team partner.
Yeah, they're not your enemy.
Yes.
They're your friend.
Yeah, this is not a competition, and it's okay.
I always go, toys are friends, not food.
Yeah.
Because it's so true. The Nemo reference. Yeah. Fish are friends, not food.
What kind of toys are these couples buying?
Most of the time, like,
you said the Lush, right?
The Lush. Mm-hmm. So, and it's not just the Lush, it's the entire Lovense line. And one of the reasons why is because not only are they Bluetooth, but they are also long distance compatible.
Oh, yeah.
And I've personally tested out the long distance technology, and it does actually work, which is super nice because they
you're not together all the time, right?
Yeah, because they have rabbits and they have a stroker that syncs up with the rabbit. And it's like, so you can have long distance play with your partner.
So let's talk, this is the perfect time to talk about male toys, which, by the way, I got to be honest with you. You know, I have the Tracy's Dog Toy Stories podcast. I talk a lot about sex toys. I love your shop. Like, it's my favorite place. I've been going for years. And I love sex toys. I always have. I do feel like sex toys are made for women, but also I don't feel bad about that because guys can come faster. But like, I don't know. I feel like I don't really know. And my cravers ask me what's good for a man. I like a fleshlight. I like watching men use fleshlights. I like strokers. But what toys would you suggest for men? Because you need to help me help my men out.
Absolutely. So one of the brands that I really like for toys is Zolo. They make several different.
So what kind of toys do you like for a man? Like a stroker or?
I like the strokers. I like the strokers that have automated abilities.
Okay. So like you stick your dick in there and it's like, bump, bump, it like sucks it for you?
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Are these toys loud?
So some of them can be, and I think that's with any toy that you get, though, whether it be for male or for female, is that no matter what you get, there is the possibility that it is loud, and like many of them are made to be quiet.
Yeah,
but like my wand, for perfect example, I have a magic wand, Hitachi wand.
Yes,
and it's beautiful. I love it. But it is one of the loudest toys I have ever owned in my entire life.
I want you to hear this toy. Keep talking.
Right? So one of the toys that I really like to suggest for men that don't like the really loud sounds is the Zolos, is because they are a little bit more quiet.
Do you have them in the store? I'm going to have to come look at them.
Absolutely.
Okay. And what stroker do you like the best? Like the fleshlights? Like have the clear stroke, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Or is it any stroker?
One of the ones that I like the best are fleshlights, and one of the reasons why is because fleshlights kind of did it first. Like
they did,
They came out with their design, and then it got stolen and all this other shit. Yeah. And like they kind of got the short end of the stick there, but like they still make a ton of money. Yeah. And their toys, the reason why they make so much money is because their toys are good quality. They're decent toys.
I have not used a stroker on a guy yet. Isn't that sad? I need a primary partner to explore more with.
Though I haven't. But that's one of the things that him and I are looking into getting for him.
Okay, good.
Is a stroker, because like he's so far away. Is that one from
Yes, yep. Awesome. But really quick before we can move on, I want you to hear this toy. This is the Tracy's Dog Coco. I think I was talking to you about it because I love like a good small bullet vibrator. But what I love about this toy is how fucking like girl.
That's like so quiet.
So this is the most powerful setting. Hold on, listen. Can you even hear? You can't even. If I didn't hold it up next to the microphone, you probably wouldn't be able to hear it on that side of the room.
We definitely have bullets that are that quiet,
really,
and that are smaller, and they're probably more powerful.
Okay, I gotta try them. I love this toy, especially too because remember, I'm a caffeinated, masturbated, go start my day kind of girl.
Oh, yeah.
And when I come, I don't want like someone in my house to hear the vibrator. So I use this toy all the time because it's just so fucking quiet. So you'll have to introduce me to your quiet bullets. My first bullet, Erin, was, I loved it. It was a silver bullet wrapped in like a silicone, and then it had a wire that went to a battery pack with 2 AA batteries. Okay, like this is 1997. It was my first.
Oh my
like
gosh.
Toys have come a long fucking way, so you're gonna have to introduce me to that.
I still have people that come in and get those.
You guys still have battery operated toys?
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question too. Something I'm always curious about. Do you, when you take the toy, because you guys are so open about, like when I was trying the dildos and looking at what I wanted for my strap on.
Oh yeah,
they're
we
like,
take them out of the box all the time.
I know, and then you test them at the checkout, right, to make sure they work. Have you had people try to return shit?
Yes,
oh
absolutely.
Do you guys do returns?
So we do exchanges. So if you get the toy home and you turn it on and it conks out almost immediately.
Yeah.
Like before you get to use it or anything, you can bring it back.
Okay.
And you can exchange it for something of equal or greater value. And that's how our exchange policy works. But I have had people who bring the toy back 2-3 weeks later after it's been used however many times. And I'm like, God. First of all, I'm not touching that. Second of all, I can't do anything for you. Like, you can be mad at me all you want, but that's... No.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
No.
I can imagine.
And, like, it's...
People are fucking crazy.
It's so frustrating.
Tell me about some of your regulars. I'm dying to know a regular story. And have you ever caught someone fucking around in your store?
Oh my gosh.
Can I tell you something? Baywatch and I were looking at like the cock rings and stuff, and I was like, I was touching his junk. I'm sorry. Bad girl. I'm sorry.
It's okay, just so long as his dick was not out.
It was not out. Okay, but I was like, I can tell you're hard. I want to touch that. Okay. So have you ever caught anybody?
So I have not caught anybody fucking around in the store.
Or like jerking off, yeah.
But I did have a customer. I maybe been working there for like 4 or 5 months. And it was late at night. I was closing. And I had a customer. He came in about 8:39. And he was looking for a cock ring. And he was like, oh, well, I have one that I really like. Can I just show it to you? Thinking, okay.
No, don't tell me it was there.
Thinking that, okay, this guy's going to pull it out of his pocket.
Yeah.
Or he's going to pull up a picture of it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. Go ahead and show it to me. And he starts to undo his belt. And like... The first indication that I had that he was about to whip his whole dick out in my store was the jingling of his belt buckle.
Oh my, what did you say?
My immediate reaction is, what the fuck are you doing?
I mean, really?
I was like, you cannot fucking do that in here. You need to leave.
Yeah.
And like, that's one of the things.
Do you work there alone, Erin?
A lot of the times, yeah. Man. A lot of the times, like, especially if I'm closing.
Because I'd be packing back there.
I have a taser.
I would. Yeah, I have a taser. Good for you, because fuck that.
I carry my taser everywhere. Like, it's currently like sitting in my bag because like I carry it in my purse.
You ever had? Do you have a dressing room there? Okay, good. I was wondering if you ever had a couple like caught them. Okay.
Yeah, no. So like that's actually one of the reasons why we're not allowed to let customers use the bathroom either. Is because they're afraid that people are going to go back there and they're going to fuck.
Yeah.
Which is like, you know, it's a sex shop. Like, you expect people to have that kind of mindset of, hey, this is
we're turned
okay.
on. Right, yeah. But it's not okay. There's boundaries. There's rules.
You know where it's okay? Lovecraft, where they have viewing rooms. Not in my store.
Where's that?
Lovecraft, there's one in Laurel.
What?
Yeah.
They have jerk-off stations?
They have viewing rooms. They're an arcade store.
Erin, take me there. I have to.
I've only been to a Lovecraft one time, and that was to check out the competition.
I have to experience this.
Let me tell you,
I'm going to take my friend there.
When I walked in the store, it smelled like straight antiseptic. It smelled
because they're constantly cleaning the floors.
They get professionally cleaned 3 times a week.
Okay, so what do I have to? I think I'm going to go there.
Okay, so one thing that I want you to be like really careful about if you do go there, the video booths are very use at your own risk.
I would go with a man, by the way. I would never go alone.
Meaning that they don't clean them.
Ew. Okay, never mind.
So like they'll
really
go and like remove the trash bags that are in there because of course they have trash cans in there and everything. But like as far as like deep cleaning, that's why they get cleaned so often.
Oh my God.
It's because the employees.
I have to be honest with you, like kind of turns me on, like going to a place with a partner and then like jerking him off somewhere.
The only thing that really like gets to me is what if you catch an STD?
Well,
and like I had a Lovecraft employee come in and be like, "That's one of the high risk things that goes on."
I would be with one of my partners,
yeah,
not with someone else.
But you got to think, if they don't clean it,
yeah,
then there's a whole bunch of bodily fluid from other people.
Yeah, that grosses me out. I would think they would, no. Okay, then I'm not doing that. But like, I would think they would clean that up. Interesting. Okay, what is it called again?
Lovecraft.
And it's in Laurel.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So like, and like I had an employee of Lovecraft from the Lovecraft in Baltimore come in and give me all the details on his store.
Oh shit.
Like people having been sexually assaulted in the store.
Not cool. I have a friend that told me how he was jerking off one time in one of those viewing rooms and some guy just came up and started watching him and jerking off. And I'm like, I'm not okay with that. Excuse me.
And it happens so
but like, yeah, that's not okay. I'm a big consent is fucking everything. And that's what I love.
Sexy.
Yes. What I love about my lifestyle crew. I mean, girl, we are so heavily consent that if a couple's having sex in the middle of the room and I'm like just sitting there, I'm like, would you guys mind if I watch? Like, even though they're doing this in front of me, before I start watching them, I will say like, are you okay if I watch? And they do the same. Like I was fucking my friend in my swing. It's laying over there on the floor. And
oh my God, we got a new swing in too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love that swing over there.
I'll have to show it to you because it does mount to the wall, but it does have restraints built into the swing itself.
You're gonna have to teach me about that. But really quick, I just want to say, my friend was fucking me in the swing and my friend walked over and she was like, do you guys mind if I watch? I mean, that's the kind of consent that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so it attaches to the wall, a sex swing. So mine is from the...
it hooks.
To the door?
Bolts into the ceiling.
Okay.
It bolts into the ceiling.
That's what mine does.
And it's like, you can do up to I think it says like 3,000 pounds.
Oh yeah, those things, that thing over there is like ridiculous, yeah.
And it bolts to the ceiling.
Does it have leg straps, a back strap, a butt strap? That's what I'm used to.
And it has a whole like back.
Yeah, I'll show you mine. Yes.
And it also has wrist cuffs and ankle cuffs.
Mine has ankle cuffs.
It has like, I'm pretty sure it has like the strap that goes around the middle. And it's so cool.
Okay, I'm going to have to come in and see it. I have lots. Yes. What night are you working this week? Are you Tuesday?
No, I'm off Tuesday.
Oh, I thought you were working.
I'm there tomorrow though.
All right, maybe I'll swing by there.
Yeah.
Okay. I got to see some stuff.
Yeah, no, Tuesday's one of those days like I have
tomorrow's
off.
Monday. Okay, so Tuesday you're off. Okay. I'm hanging out with hot dogs. That's why I'm like, we can come in there.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like Tuesday's one of those days like I have off religiously unless they ask me to work Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay, so we talked about regulars. If you've ever caught anyone, the dynamics of male or female. What do people try to steal? Come on.
Anything and everything. Anything and everything. And I'm going to say that with my full chest. And anybody that's listening that's possibly ever stolen something from my store, please don't. Because like I go around the store at least 5 times in a shift.
Mm-hmm. You find empty packaging?
Find empty packaging,
God damn
empty hangers. Like, it's a problem. Like, people are really out here stealing lingerie and like.
It's such a small joint too.
One of the worst experiences I ever had with someone stealing something from me is I was actually doing my job. Mm-hmm. I was talking to this couple. And while I was talking to the female, the male was walking around the store looking at a whole bunch of product. Mm-hmm. And as me and the manager were going back through the footage, because she had found empty packaging throughout the store when she came in the next morning. Mm-hmm. So when we were going through the footage, I can see myself talking to the girlfriend while he's stealing stuff.
Jesus Christ.
And they had the audacity to come back in. I was like...
You should take pictures of them.
We do.
Them. Okay.
We do. So, one of the nice things is that on the video camera footage, like we can take a screenshot.
Oh yeah.
A screen capture of the footage.
Yeah.
And then we email it to the rest of the stores.
Yeah. Let them know.
And we also put it on the bulletin board in the back. So like, hey, if this person comes in, like.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's insane. People are fucking nuts. They are absolutely fucking nuts. Okay.
It's so crazy.
I know. It really, really is. Let's talk about really quick your outfits, because let me just tell you, I have had some of the most incredible, hottest, wildest, the best events in outfits and, sexy wear from your store. So if you didn't know, you can get, tights. And my favorite thing to wear, I don't know what they're called, but they're like the full body lace. What is that called?
Like they're bodysuits.
Yeah, I love those. I fucking love those.
gosh.
And they make you look like I'm 185 pounds, right? Like I have big boobs and a big butt. And it's like holds my boobs perfectly. Like it is just the simple lace overlay. And
not
it's
even
so
gonna lie.
fits me so well.
On a platonic level, you have the perfect body to wear a bodysuit.
Oh,
I'm not
thank
even
you.
gonna lie. Like
No, but they fit. But like, I got some big boobs, and they are hard.
oh my gosh.
They are hard to tame.
Yes.
And so I love those bodysuits. Love, love, love.
I, however, am not a fan. And one of the reasons why is because they're really hard to untangle once you get them off.
Okay, you're not lying about that. And I
like,
have
that's
ruined
one of my
many
biggest,
of them.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves is because when I get one and after I'm done wearing it and I take it off, I'm like, I rip it.
You're right. Oh, can I tell you something really hot?
Yes.
As I love those, the fishnet tights and stuff.
Yes.
Wear this for your dom. And one of my favorite things that he did one time to me is I had it on and he spread my legs and he just ripped them. And I was like, I don't even care. And I love the rainbow ones that you have there.
So fun fact, I actually can't wear lingerie if I want it to
Oh, that's
survive.
right. You have that. Yes, that's right.
If I want it to survive. Because over Christmas, like I sent him this link to Shein. And it was this full length like nightgown, but it was see-through and it was black. Mm-hmm. It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it had 2 slits up the side, came up to like mid thigh or higher. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I'm going to have to buy you 2 of these. Because if you come out wearing this, I'm going to rip it off of you. And then you're not going to have it.
Now, see, the difference between you and me is I would have bought that motherfucker and been like, what you going to do?
See, the only thing is, he was
What's
like,
your
I'm going to have to
punishment?
he was like, I'm going to have to buy you 2 of them.
What's your punishment if you don't follow his rules? I'm dying to know. If you don't want to share, you don't have to, but I'm really interested and excited to find out.
He's a huge fan of spankings and orgasm denial.
Oh my, that's just like my dom.
Exactly. He's also a huge fan of overstimulation.
Oh.
So
I'm not going to lie, my clit just throbbed.
Yes, no.
For all like the spank sessions and him telling me when I can come and he'll say like, that's a good girl.
Oh my God. Do you remember the flogger that I showed you the last time you came in the
I do.
store?
Mm-hmm.
He
Big
bought
fan.
that for me.
Oh.
And let me
surprisingly,
tell
they don't
you-
hurt that bad. It's like a nice hurt.
Let me tell you, he made it hurt.
Oh, really?
He made it hurt. He made it hurt. The impact of his swing when he came down across my asshole, I was like, oh my God.
Oh, I love that though. I like it. So listen, I like it to the threshold. I don't want marks the next day.
Oh no, see, I'm a huge fan of marks. Huge fan of bruises. Oh yeah.
I'm not. Okay, so we've already passed another half hour. I'm gonna. It's fine. I'm gonna restart the camera really quick, just for part 3, because I want to talk to you about your fucking sex tips. I'm dying to know what makes you unique. Just the Tip is my favorite game to play, and I have 2 tips to share. And so let me just reset that really quick.
Absolutely.
Okay, I want to talk to you about sex tips. I want to play Just the Tip with you. It's my favorite game to play, by the way. I love that game. You know why? Because everybody wins.
Yes.
Tell your dom, be like, let's play Just the Tip. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, okay, I want to know, I have 2 tips for this, and I want to know what you, like, what would you say what's something unique that you think you do or that you do in the bedroom? And then what would be some tips that you have for men and for women? I would love to learn and hear. And if you want me to get started, I can.
So one of the things that I do that I feel is like really unique in the bedroom has nothing to do with sex at all, actually.
Tell me.
So one of the things that me and my dom are very prevalent about and very like religious about is caring for each other, is taking care of your partner.
Okay.
So before we even get into whatever we want to get into that night, whatever scene we want to do, whatever, there's a level of care that we give to each other, whether it's bathing each other or giving each other a massage, like
Before and aftercare.
Yes. The last weekend that he was up, before we had one of our most intense scenes of the weekend, I gave him the most amazing, slow, really thorough massage.
Okay.
And I feel like part of that is building trust with your partner. Building trust with your partner to let them have part of your body and to give them that little bit of control over the situation is so, like, it's a trust thing. It's so important.
Safety and trust is everything.
Yes.
Cannot agree more.
And like that's one of the things that I feel is like really unique, especially for him and I, is that we believe in before care. So
That's a great tip, before and after care, but the before care is just as important as the aftercare.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like before you start a scene, making sure that your partner is comfortable, making sure that they have what they need and that they're well hydrated, they've had food. You know,
yeah, no, this is important shit to talk about.
Whatever they need before a session or before a scene, like make sure that they have that. And I feel like that's one thing that a lot of guys, especially nowadays, closer to my age, don't understand is that you need to make your woman feel safe.
It's everything. I'm in the lifestyle. I think I told you I'm a unicorn in the lifestyle. That's what I've been doing the last 2 years. And I've had the most incredible sex of my entire life. And a big part of that is because of the trust and safety that I have with my partners.
Oh, yeah.
It is extremely, it's mutually exclusive between each other and everyone has it. And it is vital to good sex. So hang on, you're using words that I'm interested in. You say things, because I like to say play, we're playing or whatever, but you say set for the scene. Do you have things that you act out? Do you have scenes set?
So
do you know what you're going to do?
We have things that at the beginning of the weekend, like we talk about things that we want to do. And when I say scene, it might not necessarily refer to acting something out.
Not like role play, but more
so the things that he's going to do, the objects that he's going to use, and what type of BDSM situation or BDSM scene we're going to be in.
Everything is discussed and described and consented first. I love that. And by the way, it's such a fucking turn on and so much foreplay because you're anticipating it.
Yes.
Yes. I got to meet this guy.
He's my best kept secret. I'm not even going to lie.
That's like me and my dom. He's the best.
Like, when I tell you I'm wholeheartedly in love with this man.
I love that for you, Erin.
I haven't even told him that I'm in love with him. It's so...
I love that.
My friends are like, we can see how happy you are. Like, you're so happy now. Like, we love that for you.
I want a primary partner. Okay.
Let me tell you, like, primary partners are another thing entirely.
Yeah.
Like, fucking around is one thing. Having someone that you're religiously like, that's your person.
Yep. Consistent cock. Yep.
Yes. Consistent dick.
I know. It's everything. And can I just say, now listen, I love a quickie. I had I didn't have a one night stand, but I met someone and fucked him 2 hours later this week. Okay. Those kind of things are super hot and super fun, but that's good sex. Great sex comes with communication, time,
it comes
investment,
with a person
trust,
knowing your
and safety.
body.
And no, exactly. That takes the time, right? That's what, to me, that primary partner is really just having that foundation and security and safety and trust with them to allow myself to explore.
Yes. Honestly, my best sexual experience, like the sexual experience that I covet the most, like especially now, is the sexual experiences that I've had with my dom, because he's really opened me back up to, hey, this is what it could be like. This is, even if you're not with me, like, this is what you should strive for.
And Erin, can we talk about something? I'm ruined. I'm fucking ruined. My Dom has ruined me. For sure. Him single-handedly alone. And I've told him this.
Oh, yes.
Like, he needs to be studied. Like, Smithsonian should call. Guinness should be calling him.
There should be scientists on fucking call to study these men, because
I know.
What's different about them?
It's so, the confidence.
Yes. And like, he's been, and like, that's not to say that they don't struggle with mental health.
Right.
Like,
everyone has their own shit. Right.
One of the things that I'm becoming very aware of is the fact that my Dom struggles. When he can't be here, when he can't be with me, he struggles. Like, he struggles a lot, because one of the important things for him is being able to be here, being able to go,
you guys
here,
have that
baby,
distance,
and just go and do, and go and just swipe the card and just go.
You're in a full-blown relationship, so you're going to learn those types of things. For me, I don't have any of that. I just get all the goodies. Yeah.
I'm not even going to lie. It's new for me, because this is the first actual, like, steady, healthy relationship.
I love that for you, Erin. You deserve that. For real.
Been through so much shit.
A guy faked his death, like some fucking dead guy.
Every single time I tell someone that my ex faked his death, and that we were together for 6 years.
My God.
Like, imagine the amount of life planning that I had with this man. Like, I literally was going to move to Texas, graduate from high school, pack up all my shit, move to Texas.
Wow.
And that ended up not happening because my mom was actually sick at the time. She had cancer.
I'm sorry. Is she better now?
No, unfortunately.
I'm so sorry, Erin.
She unfortunately passed away in 2021.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. If you have blood in your stool, go and get checked by a doctor.
Do you have colon cancer?
Yes.
So my grandmother died of colon cancer, and I have been getting colonoscopy since the age of 35. No, 30. So 30, 35, 40. I'm due it again at 45 every 5 years.
I have to start mine at the age of 40.
It's no big deal. Just go do it.
Yeah. And like, I've already had one done, because like, I had appendicitis that they couldn't figure out what the fuck was wrong with me, because it was coming and going.
Yeah.
So I had to have one of those done, like, and it's no big deal.
Yeah. Man. Well, listen, I got a tip. I don't mean to segue like that. I'm so sorry. I want to talk to you more about that. God, you've been through a lot in your young life, girlfriend.
Yes.
You were so young. I had no idea how.
It's literally been hit after hit after hit for the last 5 years. I'm not even exaggerating. Well,
you are due for this, Dom. You are due to have this love.
Due
and
for some happiness.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you're there. Okay, so I got a tip. And someone told me about this the other day, and I was like, for real? Okay, so if you have a condom and you put a little bit of lube, water-based lube, inside of the condom, and then roll it on.
Water-based is condom friendly.
Exactly. Silicone
really
is not.
Isn't.
Right. So water-based lube, which, by the way, Astroglide is my favorite brand. I love them.
I hate Astroglide
with
a freaking passion.
I love Astroglide. There's no taste. It lasts long. It doesn't get slimy. It doesn't smell. It's not sticky.
You know what, though? It is sticky. After a while, it does get sticky. It's sticky on the body.
Never.
If you've ever felt your body.
Which one are you using? I have a bunch of different.
I used the original. I used the original.
Well, anyways,
one of the ones that I really love that, like, and I'm kind of biased because this is by our brand.
Okay.
So it's by Lion's Den, but our Pure and Natural. And one of the reasons why I absolutely love our Pure and Natural water-based lube is because it only has 3 ingredients in it. And every single ingredient is already naturally found in the body. It's just the synthetic version of what we already naturally produce. Yeah, one of the reasons why I love it so much is because it literally absorbs into the skin.
So it's not sticky. There's no residue.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to try it. It
doesn't leave a stain on my bed sheet either, which I really love.
Astroglide's never done that to me.
Astroglide leaves this darker spot when it dries on my bed sheet. And it's like really weird because I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Well, maybe because I'm squirting so much. I'm like, I don't care.
And then I spilled some of it. And I was like, oh my God. And it got all over my bed. I was like, oh no.
Well, listen, so supposedly if you take a drop of water-based lube, put it in the condom, and then roll it on, supposedly it feels like the real thing. So I'm seeing Hot Dog this week, and I'm going to try it with him.
Let me know how that goes, because if that actually works,
I know.
The guys that buy condoms, I'm going to like...
Fuck yeah.
do this.
Yeah, I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to promote it. I'm going to preach it, but I got to practice it first.
Yes.
So I will do that, and I'll text you and let you know. So that's my tip.
Unfortunately, like, him and I don't use condoms, so that's not something that I could probably try.
Well, with your primary partner, you know.
I'm also like highly allergic to latex. So,
oh man, what condoms do you use because of that?
Skin condoms.
Okay, good to know.
God, they are phenomenal.
Okay.
So skin condoms are one of the only brand, I think they are the only brand that we carry that's non-latex.
Wow.
Which is super nice because you have a non-latex option that's not lambskin either.
Yeah.
Because lambskin
isn't
condoms,
as durable, right?
They also oftentimes have microscopic holes in them.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not having any babies.
Yeah.
Not yet.
My
I luckily have no vacancy anymore.
Yeah.
That's one thing I don't have to worry about anymore.
You know, unfortunately, like, that's something that I still have to worry about, but I also have a 3-year implant.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, I have the Nexplanon implant, and let me tell you,
you like that?
That's been a lifesaver for me because I have PCOS.
Does it reduce your periods?
POS. Yeah, PCOS. So I barely ever get a period.
Oh, that's nice.
So the only time that I really get a period is when I have really, really good sex.
Girl, I have not had a period since May of last year, and I don't miss
phenomenal.
it at all. I don't miss it at all.
It's phenomenal.
I'm like it's funny because people will set up a date with me, and I'm like, I'm good. Or if I find, like the other night when I was like, I'm gonna fuck this guy. I'm good. I don't have to think about it, worry about it. Oh, it is. Oh, it's amazing.
That's one of the reasons why I love the implant so much, is because like I
had an IUD for a long time, but it was okay.
The thing about IUDs is, like, I heard so many horror stories.
I know, there
like,
is
guys
so
can
many.
feel them. They get stuck in the tip. They get stuck in toys.
Stuck in the tip? In the guy's tip?
Yes. And, like, they get stuck in the tip because you got to think about it. A large guy ramming the back of your cervix, there's a possibility of that IUD
slipping out. Jesus fucking Christ. I can't think. No, I don't want to think about that. La, 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 la,
and
la.
they get ripped out.
I might cut this out of the podcast. Maybe I can't YouTube. I don't have that anymore, thank God.
Yeah, like they're horrible. And I heard so many horror stories that I was just like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah,
I'm going to get the one that goes in my arm that lasts for 3 years. And it's actually the best birth control for people with polycystic ovary disease. Which I have. Like, and painful periods are not fun for anybody.
No.
And like, one of the things that I really love about that is that I don't get my period anymore, so I don't get pain.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's
I don't get
nice.
The cramps anymore.
Yeah.
And
a lot of women get hysterectomies because of that, by the way.
Yeah.
If you end up having to get a hysterectomy, reach out to me. I have lots of tips, lots of experience to share. It is, it's wonderful that I don't have cancer. I'm very thankful, and my amazing doctor, who was actually on my show a couple of months ago. I'm so fucking lucky. And by the way, get tested. Everybody should be getting tested.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Like the people that, it's alarming how people don't get tested.
And due to my family lineage, like I told my primary care doctor, I've told my OBGYN, like literally any doctor that I go to see, I'm like, look, test me for everything as soon as you possibly can, because not only do I smoke, I smoke pot and I smoke nicotine, but I also, I drink occasionally. And when I do drink, I drink a lot. And I also have a very active sex life, so I am very...
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, girl.
I'm very cautious about my life. Like, I'm not trying to do anything to lower my lifespan.
No, right. No, you have to do things like that for sure. Okay, so we talked about...
It's like having a car, basic maintenance.
Right, exactly. Before and after care, my condom, just the tip. What's another sex tip you can give me? that you can think of? Like, what's something unique about you, or maybe a
God.
blowjob
Ladies,
technique?
roll your lips over your teeth when you're giving a blowjob.
Oh, come on. We have to say that?
Yes, because listen, I have so many men that come into my store and they're like, my girl is teething my dick.
Oh my God.
And I cannot stand it. I'm like, either get a better girlfriend or teach her how to suck dick.
Yeah.
Because I'm one of those people that before I even gave head, I studied porn like a
right. And you're reading it. Yeah. Well,
I give immaculate head. And it's just for guys and for girls.
Ooh.
You know?
Oh, give me a girl tip. Give me a
gosh.
girl eating pussy tip. So I'm new to, listen, I was bi-northern for a long time, for about a year and a half. And now I am full blown bisexual. I stayed the night with one of my girlfriends. I'm going to my girl sleepover. Give me some. I have not had a lot of experience with eating pussy, so give me some tips.
Oh my gosh. So one of my favorite things to do while I'm eating her out is tracing letters.
So people have talked about this alphabet thing.
Tracing letters.
For real, like on the clit?
No, so trace a letter, suck. Trace a letter, suck. Trace a letter, suck.
Okay, that is an extremely good technique.
She nearly crawled up the fucking
Bitch,
wall.
you want to try it right now? Erin, what? Okay, so trace a letter with my tongue and then suck. Trace another letter and then suck.
I'm like, don't focus specifically on the clit because you have to think not all the nerve endings, like a lot of your nerve endings are in your clit, yes, but there are also different nerve endings throughout your entire slit.
So I'm a big start with variety, end with consistency gal. I feel like that's the way I'm going to go. So when you're doing the alphabet thing, do women finish that way?
She did.
Really?
She did.
I like how this is a pro tip. So it's letter, suck the clit.
Yes.
Letter,
when I do letters, I start at the clit and I go all the way down.
Oh, so you're not just drawing the letters on the clit.
And that's a huge thing is,
are you going all the way down to the vaginal opening or
all the way
above?
down to the bottom of the vagina opening?
Okay.
So almost all the way down to the ass.
Okay. Oh, I love getting my ass ate, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
My local in Bahamas, oh my God, he eats my ass from the front to oh my God, I can't even talk about that right now. But okay, I'm interested to learn this. Okay. So letter A, suck on the clit. Letter B, I'm going to try this.
Yes. And it's better if you can do it in cursive.
Really?
Yes.
What?
I mean, you got to think because cursive cursive letters, they swoop and they go like this. And
okay.
Oh yeah. No, it drove her nuts.
Tip. Oh my God.
It drove her nuts.
Okay, well, it's time for my next tip.
I actually learned that tip from my dad. Fun fact. Because my dad and I have one of the best relationships to ever exist.
I love that for you, but okay. Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad. Yeah, thanks, Dad. No, and
Dad, not Daddy. Yes.
Father, not Daddy. Father. I have to.
We definitely need to designate that. Okay.
Yes.
So my next, oh my God, I love talking to you. It's so much fun. Okay, so my next tip is I want gals to know that they do not have to. A lot of women say to me, how do I get them to finish? How do I get them to finish? And
it's not hard.
It makes me sad. I know. But just remember, you don't have to have your whole arm moving. You don't have to have your head sucking the entire time. Your wrist does a lot of movement. Like I can do this for a long time. And most guys, when they jerk off, they're just using their wrist. They're not doing the whole stroke. So just remember, gals, like you can just use your wrist.
Also, I want to add to that.
Please.
Pressure. The pressure of your fingers. So one of the things that I really love to do when I'm giving my man a blowjob and a hand job at the same time, because
girl, they don't call it a drop or nothing.
Exactly. Is I like grip and massage at the same time. So it's like you're working a muscle. You're literally working a muscle. So what I do is like I'm trying to like work a knot out of a muscle, out of a back muscle. And it's
so when you're grasping the cock, you're squeezing with your fingers. Oh, are you using your mouth the same time? Like you're just using like a consistent. Okay. So I do that as well, but I'm very cognizant of where my tongue is. So like my tongue's on the underside and dragging along. And paying a lot of attention to the front.
One of the big things that I do when I do that is roll my lips.
Okay. So you'll roll your lips and
yeah, because I mean,
if you're watching on YouTube, you're like, oh my God, Adrian.
That's one of the things that most women don't grasp when they give a blowjob is that you have to roll your lips in order not to tease the fuck out of your man's
I thought that
dick.
was natural. That's not
no.
I cannot believe people have said
like,
that.
You would be surprised how many men come into my store and buy these candy. They're called gum jobs.
What's that?
And what they are is they're these candies. They're these gummy candies that go on your teeth.
Like a mouth guard?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not even lying.
They get these for their girls.
I'll show them to you the next time they come in.
Let's talk about novelty gifts, by the way. What novelty gifts do you love? Which ones do you feel like are a lot of fun and worth it? By the way, Pop Rocks blowjob, hard fucking no. No. It's a no for me, dog. Okay, it was sandy, it was gritty, it was sticky, and my partner and I were just like a mess.
I personally...
If you use them, I feel like if I controlled it better, if I would have just put them on my tongue, laid my tongue on the underside of his head and just let it go there for a minute. Instead, it became the sloppy, messy, sticky, sandy mess.
So, like, that's one of the things that you do run into. Like, that's a problem that you do run into with blowjob Pop Rocks.
Yeah. Well, girlfriend, I was not prepared. He was like, oh my God. And I was like, it was in my hair. I was like, it was just too much.
Oh my gosh. So... One of the novelty gifts that I really love is the books.
Ooh, I didn't even know you have books there. What kind of books do you have there?
So we have like different position books, different like ways to get your partner enticed and ways to like
I've never even
do
seen those.
oral and stuff like that. I'll show them to you the next time you come in. But I personally I love them so much because
oh my God, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Because like we don't have a lot of books like that in store, like sex position books and stuff like that. So the ones that we do have, they are really nice. And I feel like one of the other ones that are really, really popular are the date night popsicle sticks.
What's that?
So you get like 500 of these date night popsicle sticks in this little plastic tin thing. And you pick one out. And it has something to do as a date on it.
Okay.
And you go and you do that date. And it's so cute because it gets you to open up to things that you might not necessarily be open to.
Like, give me an example. What would it be? Like, go to a sex shop and pick out a toy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's literally one of the sticks is go to a sex shop and pick out a toy to play with together. And like I love that because couples that aren't necessarily too open to using toys or to opening up their
they're like,
sex
hey,
life.
the popsicle stick says.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
So like you have to do that. And like if the popsicle says it, you have to do it or else I feel like there should be
I love punishment.
I feel like there should be a punishment for that.
I'm gonna definitely throw that popsicle stick away. I want to get punished.
No,
I'm like the epitome. I'm a brat through and through.
Oh my God. And him and I were video chatting just the other day. And I started playing with myself on the phone. We were on video chat and I was
you can say
so
it, girlfriend.
Fucking horny.
I'm always horny.
I was so
is the day ending in Y?
Yes. If the day ends in Y, we are
shoot
horny.
bark off a tree.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
Exactly.
And like sometimes it gets so bad I just can't help myself.
Same.
And like
Erin, I'm famous for rubbing one out driving down the road.
The last time he was up, like we were in bed together and he was so fucking tired. We'd fucked all day, gone out on a date and everything. Like when we got back to the hotel, he'd fuck me against the counter. Like he'd fuck me against the counter holding my head. So I was looking myself in the eye in the mirror. And I was like, oh my God. So like, and I'm one of those people that when you cuddle with me after sex, I'm going to get wet again. I'm going to get horny again.
It's so easy.
And the instant that I get wet,
it's game time.
I can't move. Like I can't stop moving. I I can't help myself.
Mm-hmm.
So it was so funny because we were laying there and I was like, oh my God. I just kept moving and I kept shifting and I kept rubbing up against him because, like, you know, he's warm and the warmth of his body against my back and like.
By the way, I love getting woken up with like a dick poking me in the back.
I woke him up to head the last time we spent
I love
the night
doing
together.
that.
Yes.
Fuck
oh my God.
Queen.
Oh my
Cheers
gosh.
to that.
Oh
Fuck
my gosh.
yes. That is a pro move, by the way.
And
Getting woken up with a blowjob is the best.
I told him, I was like, you know, if you ever want to take want to take advantage of me while I'm sleeping, go ahead.
Same.
I'm all for it.
Right? I want to wake up to head any day.
Oh my God. And he gets such good head. Ugh.
God bless him. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I feel like I need to check the camera again. What are we on? What does it say?
26.
Oh my God. Again. Okay. So listen, we're going to wrap this up.
Yes.
Okay, Erin, it has been so much fucking fun talking to you.
Gosh.
Number one, I'm really horny now. I'm super fucking sexually frustrated, but that's how you know it was a really good podcast.
Yes.
And you have to come back.
Absolutely.
You promise? Okay.
This has been like one of the funnest experiences that I've ever had.
This is so much fun. It's amazing to meet you. I felt the immediate vibe when I met you that day and I was like, I need to have you on. The sex positivity, just being free and just being liberated with you. You know, when you meet your tribe, you attract them even more and you just know. And I just love that. So I'm looking forward to having you back and I'm going to come see you at the store. I want to see the rabbit. I want to see the erotica. And also I'm really thinking about a lot of my cravers have asked me about, you know, erotica and books and stuff. So maybe you can start to think
Amazon Unlimited, Kindle Unlimited.
Yeah.
Book Talk.
Like I want you to, Book Talk. I want you to, maybe you can give me a list. They will have
all of the erotica. Like I can give you what's in my library right now.
Yeah. And like open me up to that world because I'm new here.
One of my favorite like erotica genres to read is the multiple partners with just the one female. I love those.
Oh my God.
Because I'm like, yes, she has so many men dicking her down, doting on her.
How the fuck do I get that status?
I'm saying.
My favorite thing, I know, one of my top goals is a gangbang. It's going to take a lot of orchestration. It's going to take a lot of testing and all that stuff, but I'm dying to do a gangbang. And so, all right, listen.
I'm so intrigued.
We got to wrap this up. But Erin, it's been so good having you here. You're going to come back?
Yes,
I'll see you in the store.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Erin at the Lion's Den. What is it? Is it Severn or is it Fort Meade? What is it?
It's technically Severn. So that highway or Annapolis Road that runs right there actually splits Severn and Fort Meade.
Okay, great. Okay,
so
gotcha.
One side of it's Fort Meade and the other side, which happens to be the side that I'm on, is Severn.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to come see you. And thank you so much for coming on here today. I've had so much fun with you. I don't want this to end, but the time.
Thank you for having me on. It's been such an amazing experience.
Awesome. And you're going to come back. You're going to come back for more. You're going to keep coming. I love coming. Yeah. That's my thing. I'm like, coming.
Probably might go home and do that later.
Oh, fuck yeah. And I'm going to come get me a rabbit.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to come in.
Absolutely. No, you have to try the G-spot tapping rabbits.
Oh my God. Yes.
They're the shit. Like, I literally had my cousin buy it and try it out and tell me how it was. And she was like, dude, I've never come so hard in my life.
Oh my God. I love that. We're just out here doing the Lord's work.
Yes.
Okay. You know, and I feel like if the world had more orgasms, it would be such a better place. Like, go fuck yourself. It's not a derogatory term.
I'm a firm believer that if everybody had at least one orgasm a day, there would be no violence.
Could not agree more. Like, I'm a very big caffeinated, masturbated kind of girl. Yeah. All right, Erin, well, we're going to see you next time. This is not goodbye. This is see you later.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, you're the best.